connection today. Well, let's see if I'm actually live. Looks like I might be. I just saw on Facebook there are comments being, my comments are being auto-generated. So that's interesting. I never saw that feature before. So if you can hear me, uh, please put a comment or something there so I know that my streams are working and I'm not missing out on your comments. Okay, if I don't see anything, I might have to restart this thing again. I'm sorry, I think that the connection is just bad today. I keep seeing it flickering from green to red. Hey Tammy, thanks for letting me know that somebody can hear me. So that's good. Okay, so I don't know if many people who are currently following me have uh, seen my butter dishes. I used to make a lot of them before, but eventually, you move on to other things and you don't make them anymore. And well, I still kept making them, but I was not just making them that often. And I got some custom orders for making them. Plus, it's kind of nice to go back to old things, especially things which used to take so much time to make that I always felt that, oh, it's not worth the time, I don't have time for it now. And moreover, there were people who had already, been purchasing these for so many years. It was almost like every show I went to, everyone said that, oh, I have one of your butter dishes, I have one of your butter dishes. So it got pretty tiring to hear that again and again. So I kind of took a break from them. Means I still made some of them every year, but not like how I used to make them. So I'm doing a cutout here. I don't know if you can see that. There, you see that? So I've just done that cutout on both sides, and I'm going to close the sides down. Now my butter dishes are quite complex, though I've seen people make even more complex butter dishes. So it's a way I wanted a lidded butter dish uh, with the kinds of patterns and textures that I do. And be completely unique. And there are several steps involved. So yesterday is when I actually went ahead and extruded these. I make my own dies, and then I extrude them, sit overnight, completely covered, because if they dry out, I cannot do what I'm doing right now, and I cannot make this when the clay is too wet because then it just collapses. So it has to reach its sweet spot, and I do it in increments. You can see I'm closing it up, but I'm not closing it all together because I want the two ends to pretty much match. So I'm not making a whole lot. I'm making only 5 butter dishes, uh, one of which is for an order. Uh, there is an exhibition coming up for which they required me at Good Earth Pottery in Bellingham, Washington, where they wanted me to present some of my butter dishes. So I will check with them how many they would like, and I'll send some of them there, and the rest will go in the shop when ready. But you can see now they are not completely closed, they still have a small gap, but that's fine. That I'm going to clean up later. I just kind of want to get that shape. And then the two earlobes that you see, camera slightly up so you can see. I take it and I roll them down, and they give a very nice finished edge to it. So that's how they look. That gap is going to get closed later on, so I don't worry about it. I just want it to now dry up in this stage. So there, and it looks proportional from each side. It's not going to be 100% symmetrical, but that's the charm of these. And I hate it when the butter dish sticks to the bottom. I should have probably put cornstarch at the bottom of this, but I didn't. So we might actually lose one of these butter dishes out of the 5. How fun would that be? You get to see everything real time. Probably got stuck on the edges there. There we go. Oh, sticky mess. Okay, I need to take those and so currently, from what you saw previously, it was just a closed tube on both ends. Eventually, what's going to happen is I'm going to be cutting them open, and the top part of it will become the lid, and the bottom part becomes the tray to actually hold the butter. So, let me see. Gosh, is that a delay which I'm seeing here? Okay, I'm getting really freaked out because I'm looking at Facebook as well, and I'm checking my own live feed. But what I see in it is auto-generated subtitles, which is really weird. And but it seems to be working. Though the number of people who are watching me there doesn't match what my OBS software says, so oh well, doesn't matter. As long as you can watch and you can comment and I can read your comments, I'm fine. So this time I put some cornstarch on there so this guy doesn't stick out there. And back to cutting again. these I am making them slightly longer than I usually do. Um, because of one thing I've learned over making these butter dishes for many, many years is that the size of your 4-ounce butter stick varies a lot from the East Coast. So out here, the butter sticks are actually short and they are fat, short and fat, just like me. But in on the East Coast, they're actually long and skinny. They both weigh the same amount, so you get the same amount of butter. It's still 4 ounces stick, but the shape is different. So when I started making butter dishes, I always made them to fit the butter sticks that we have here. But and they are big enough that you can still fit the butter sticks from the East Coast. However, it gets a little complicated because sometimes they don't, and even if they don't fit across, they are so high that you can actually cut the end off and put it on top. But recently, I had somebody purchase one of them from the East Coast, and they were very unhappy with the fact that, oh, the butter stick didn't fit. It stuck on the sides of the lid. And my solution is pretty simple: have some butter, and it'll be shorter in length. Be done. But no, they were like, I want the entire butter stick to fit in there perfectly when it is fresh out of the box. So I was like, it's it's I don't know exactly how to respond to something like that. Like, fine. I understand that I've made a listing which says that it fits a 4-ounce butter stick, but it didn't fit her 4-ounce butter stick. So she wasn't happy. So I was like, fine, I will make a longer one for you. So she sent that one back to me, and I will make another one in exchange. So not a big problem. So this is how they look at the bottom. I don't know if you can see it. So they are not finished yet at the bottom either, but uh, there's a lot of cleanup that goes in these. These butter dishes are a lot of work. It's literally like sculpting them to become butter dishes. So you can see that the edges are uneven. Another board. I'm not quite happy with that one because the clay just sticks too much. Let's try this one. I do like drywall for a lot of reasons, and one reason is clay doesn't stick to it. So try that. Is your angle any better, different? Oh well, let's see. Okay. Do you have any questions? Is anyone watching? And I have made my own tools and things to use here, because it's it's not a traditional piece of pottery that is made by people often. So you just kind of make the tools that you need to make what you need to make. It's as simple as that. need to score everything, all the sides and areas that need to be joined. And again, going a little bit in from each side. So as you can see, these pieces along with my other pieces, they are all made from clay from scratch. There are no molds involved in this. It's all just plain clay that's been shaped and twisted and turned in order to make the shapes I want. So it's not turned on the wheel, so it's not round. But yeah, that is another one. I have two more to finish this way, and then I need to let them set up before I can cut the bottoms off. But I have to do a lot of cleanup before I even do that. My connection seems to be very terrible today, and I am very sorry about that. So in case you are commenting and I'm not responding to that, it's mostly because the connection is so bad and stuff is not getting relayed. Yeah, again, time to twist the ends in, slow and gradually. If you do it all of a sudden, then the piece lands up being wonky, which it still kind of is, but there's intent. I think the reason why my connection is so bad is because my wife is also online currently at a work meeting, and I think it's a video call, which is why the connection is pretty bad. So I should have checked first. I think I'm gonna just, this is the last one anyway, and I do have mugs to make over the next few days, and I will be finishing these up and cleaning these up over the next few days. So hopefully you can join me then. Okay, hopefully the connection shouldn't be bad now because I think her meeting got over. But it's time for me to wrap up as well. Almost time for me to wrap up. So people who have been watching and getting very bad broadcast, I apologize again. I just keep seeing again and again on my phone. I'm checking to see whether things are connected, but I keep seeing that the connection gets interrupted. So hopefully, I'm live right now. Is your meeting over? I think my connection was so bad because of, yeah. Were you on video call? Yeah, that's fine. Yes, so that's what it was. She was on video call. So now that it's gone, it's ended. Hopefully, this, we'll see. Maybe it'll be fine. Unless today is just a bad day for doing live video feeds. Happens all the time. Okay, so this is the last one, and maybe later tonight these will be set up enough to go through the next cleaning process, so maybe I can go live then as well. But there it is. So that's the bottom of them. It's not super clean, but that's what gets cleaned up when I work with them next. All right. Well, thank you everyone. Sorry for the interruptions and the bad connection. Hopefully it'll be a better time next time. Okay. Bye.